what we see in Pennsylvania is a trend towards value-based fees for solar installations, and I'll get into a little bit about that. What we recommend is a flat fee for very practical reasons, and that flat fee would include zoning, permitting, and electrical inspection if possible. So let's talk about this. Pennsylvania, as far as permitting fees go, versus the national trend in permitting fees. So there was an assessment done of Pennsylvania that surveyed about 30 to 40 municipalities to determine where we were falling as far as fees go for solar installation. And you can see here the best practice nationally is a fee of about $250, and it's fixed and flat. But the Pennsylvania average is coming in significantly higher than that at about $450, and that's because it's mostly value-based. Now, what we do know about solar installations is that they do tend to be a little bit pricey. The equipment is expensive. And that doesn't stop a lot of people from getting them, and there's a very practical return on investment. But the upfront cost is expensive. But it doesn't take a lot of time to install a solar installation, about 2 days, 2 to 3 days, given the situation. Moreover, it does not take a lot of time to inspect a solar installation, given the process that we laid out. Unlike an addition to a home, which may require 3 or 4 building inspections throughout the process and takes months to build, but may actually cost about the same as a solar installation, you can then see the difference between a value-based proposition and a fixed flat fee. So that's really where Pennsylvania is bucking the national trend right now, and we'd like to open up that conversation wherever we can. Some municipalities have a value-based fee, but it's on a it's a stepped value-based. So even though they're value-based, it's because they're classifying solar as maybe a mechanical system, it's still coming in much less than $250, and that's fine. But treating it as the same value-based fee as you would in addition to a house does not make practical sense. So something to consider, especially if you're looking at adopting our model ordinance or model permit, perhaps a model inspection procedure, or perhaps a flat fee permit could go with that. So some resources here that I just wanted to touch on. You received an email before this webinar that did have links to our model permitting procedure that was developed through this Sunshot process, or through the Solar Rooftop Challenge, our model zoning ordinance, and the Solar Guide for Municipalities, which is a guidebook that goes into great detail on the underpinnings and technical considerations for both of these models. And those are available at our website, which is www.pennfuture.org/sunshot. You can see that now, and you can see right here there's a place to download those. So if you haven't already received those and you want to share, you can go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Another resource that you were sent today was a link to this, the photovoltaic online training for code officials, or PVOT as it's called. So you do have a live link to this. This is an online training module for that's geared towards code officials, so electrical inspectors and other code officials. You can get continuing ed credits through the state of Pennsylvania through IAEI, and that's who's sponsoring this training. So it's an International Association of Electrical Inspectors training module. You can go through it at your own pace. It's 7 lessons. I believe they take about an hour each. And if you do need continuing education credits, it's something that you can take advantage of. It is a 3-dimensional sort of training module, so you actually use these sort of images to do virtual tours of different solar installations. So it's a resource that can be shared with other municipal officials and throughout your own municipality. Suggest taking advantage of it if you can. And once again, you received a link to that in the email.